Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Yesterday we went over kind of a good starter strategy. In this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the three most expensive classes in Elemental Wars. That is Void, Light, and Darkness, and we're gonna kind of check them out and kind of figure out who's best, what they do, and just, you know, fill you guys in on everything there is to know. And as you can see on screen right now, you see Jesse. That's just because, like, he was the one that originally recorded this, and his voiceover wasn't that great. So I'm doing it for him and helping him out, and it's gonna be dope. So the first class that we're gonna cover in this video is the Light class. The first spell in the Light class is essentially this little beam. You can aim it with your mouse, and wherever you kind of hover with your mouse is where you're gonna shoot. It's a pretty cool spell. Requires a bit of accuracy though when it comes to actually controlling it, much like the Darkness special, which I'll talk about in a second, but it's pretty cool. The second spell, pretty cool. Much like all the other classes, shoots a bunch of balls in front of you that explode, and they're yellow and they're fancy, and it's pretty powerful. Does roughly 1/3 of damage, 1/3 of their life, depending on how many power-ups you have. Pretty cool. So the third spell in this class, this is a more of an area attack class. It makes you kind of suck up into the air. Once you're up in the air, you explode, doing damage to any player that is nearby. And that's essentially that. So guys, for the fourth element in the Light class, we have this healing spell. This one is really interesting. What it does when you click it is that it gives you, no matter what, 100 HP. And it's pretty OP. Depends on kind of the situation. There's like a couple other healing spells I'll talk about more in the later in this video, but it's a pretty good healing spell, and it's found in the Light class. So for the special almighty number 5, this one essentially just creates a huge ball of light that shoots down at the nearest player. Does a lot of damage. It's pretty cool. It's cool. I don't know what else to say. So guys, that is all the spells in the Light class. We're now going to go over to the Darkness class, which is the one that you need together with Light in order to forge Void, which is cool. So let's get on with it. It's pretty cool. So guys, the first spell in the Darkness class is essentially this green thing. Wherever you aim, you will shoot this green ball that will explode several times on its way. Does quite a bit of damage. I mean, if there's several people in a line, it's pretty good. I don't really know how this could be that useful, but it's pretty cool. So the second ability in this class is essentially one of those abilities where you click wherever you want to shoot, and it shoots down these green spikes, which kind of spike your enemy to death. This one I'm not a huge fan of, but I mean, it does quite a bit of damage, but I don't know. I think there's better ones, but it's pretty cool. So guys, the third ability in this class is a healing ability. Much like the Light one, it heals yourself, but in order to heal, you need to be close to people so that you can steal health from them. You take health from however many people are around you and suck it into you. So this one is pretty good, you know, if you're fighting in huge like groups of people. So the fourth spell is one that I think is pretty cool personally. What it does is that if you're in kind of melee range of somebody and you use the spell, it's gonna attack them. You're gonna punch them off into the distance. You're gonna shoot up into the air. They're gonna explode in midair, and you are going to be invulnerable where you stand, and you'll kind of have some time to heal up some mana, and that's really what I think it's good for. It also does, you know, quite a good amount of damage. It's pretty cool. It's you need to be close to people. It's cool. So now for the ultra attack, I guess you can call it. I use different names for everything like all the time. But yeah, for this one, much like the second ability in the Light class, this one shoots a beam and you can kind of decide where you shoot it. It goes down in size gradually and it gets kind of harder and harder to aim. But yeah, you need to have a good cursor aim to use this one. It does a lot of damage. I think it can kill someone fully if you aim well. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, now for the class that we've been waiting for all of this time, is the Darkness class. No, I mean the Void class, sorry. This is the one that you get from merging the Light and the Darkness. You get the Void, and it's pretty cool. Let's have a look at it. So the first ability in the Void class is essentially a bit of a confused, like you confuse the player you're fighting kind of. I don't think you really confuse them though, but I think that's what it's supposed to do. When you use it, you take damage off the person you're close to, and you also teleport them a little bit further away. And it's a, you know, it's a cool spell right there. So the next one is, you know, generically as they are, shoots a little bit of a ball. Different from all the other ones though is that it has a huge radius. So you can take damage off a lot of people with this spell if you use it right. It's a pretty good one. Pretty good one. So the third spell for the Void class is one you use kind of when you're being like, when there's a bunch of people around you trying to mess you up. If you use this spell, you're kind of going to create an explosion where you're standing. It's going to explode everybody in that radius. And I think this one is really dope. I think it could do some really good damage. And it could be used in good combo with some other spells like the tornado and stuff. It's really cool. So the fourth spell is, it's Dragon Ball Z. You shoot them up in the air, you punch them. It's another one of those melee attacks, much like the Darkness class. Shoots them up into the air, takes a bunch of damage. This one, I believe, is a little bit more powerful than the one in the Darkness class. So if you're gonna use that spell at all, you should probably use this one. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And now, guys, we are at the one, the only, the OG freaking spell, and that's the kind of mega spell. I don't know what that thing, like the last spell is called. It's like the good one that you need a lot of mana for, okay? But the fifth one is essentially much like the waterfall ability. It sucks people up in the air and keeps them there and takes damage off of them. It's just a little bit of a more powerful version. And yeah, if you're close to somebody, use it. They're gonna get sucked up into the air and they're gonna die. That is the ultimate. I think that one is honestly dope, and I think if you play well together with the slide spell where you slide on the ground, you can run past people and use it. I think that could get you a lot of kills. But yeah, guys, that is kind of the 3 best classes in a nutshell. Not a very detailed explanation. I didn't want to make this video too long and boring. But yeah, I hope it kind of helped you out in what choices you're going to make later on. If you're, you know, going to buy the Darkness, or you're going to buy the Light, or you just want to know what they did. All 3 of them, now you know, hopefully, and you found this somewhat informative. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna call it there. If you have any video suggestions, leave them down below if there's anything that you'd like to see. But that is gonna do it for this video. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. So, goodbye.
So, as the number 3 ability, we've got none other than this Skype call. So, as the number 3 ability, we've got none other than this crazy freaking Skype call. It's super strong. Snack likes to execute it a lot, and yeah, it's very high damaging, you know?
It's the best one.
It kills videos.
Best one, bro.
It's the best one.